take one. I've always wanted to do that, and now I have one of these, so I can do it. Hi, I'm Kat, and if any of you are following me on any of my social medias or, have been watching my vlogs, then you know I went to the US. Two friends and I really wanted to go overseas, and we wanted to do that before we were graduating and had to go find real jobs, so we went. And now I have no money, and this haul is the reason why. So I'm going to start with the non-books, because Barnes & Noble, I'm actually kind of glad we don't have one here, because no money. Barnes & Noble is amazing. So, non-book stuff. Did you see? I went to Universal Studios and we did VIP, and it was really exciting, and I wanted a clapperboard, so I got one. So now I can pretend to be all professional and stuff. And while we were at Universal, we got to experience something amazing, because it wasn't even supposed to be open till April, but they were opening it for tech rehearsals. Harry Potter World was open. So, of course, we spent a good chunk of time there, and, well, I bought all my Ravenclaw merch. But how cool is this jumper? Ravenclaw. It's got a patch. And it's still really hot here in Australia, so after this video I'm taking it off and probably not wearing it till winter. But I love it. I got Ravenclaw socks. I actually bought a lot of socks. I bought some more from H&M and Aeropostale, and then another really cool pair. And the last of my Ravenclaw merch is a Ravenclaw notebook. It's still in the plastic, that's why it's shiny. And well, you can't go to Hogsmeade without trying butterbeer. So we got our butterbeer in these cups. It's not gonna focus, but it says butterbeer. And butterbeer is delicious. And the last thing I got from Universal isn't Harry Potter related, but Pitch Perfect related, and it's a Barden Bellas t-shirt. Now I can pretend to be a Barden Bella, though I'm not that good at singing. So in this haul I'm kind of going backwards through time. I went to Universal last, and before we went to Universal, we went to Disneyland. I only bought one thing from Disneyland, and that was the Minnie Mouse ears. Before we were in LA, we were in San Francisco, and in San Francisco, the Hunger Games exhibition was on, so I bought two things from there. I got a red Mockingjay pin and a District 3 pin, because I'm from District 3. That's what they put me into way back when you could sign up to the official thing and they put you in a district. District 3 for life. Before I was on the West Coast, I was on the East Coast, and we were in Boston, so when in Boston, buy a Harvard jumper. And the first place we went to was Washington, so we went to the American History Museum, and that's the place where they have the ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz. So in the gift shop, they sell Wizard of Oz themed things. And well, these are my other cool socks. They're the Wicked Witch of the East legs with the socks and the ruby slippers. The Dorothy ones were $2 more expensive, and these ones look cooler. And now, onto the books. I'm actually really proud of myself. I only bought like 11 or 12 books, which is not that many. And that was due to the fact of like the weight limit on my bags, because books are heavy. So I held myself back. And these are in no particular order of when I bought them, they're just the way I piled them there. So first I have Cruel Crown by Victoria Aveyard. This is the Red Queen novellas. Also by Victoria Aveyard, on the day of its release, I made sure I went to a Barnes & Noble, and that is Glass Sword. Isn't it pretty? Like, it's pretty. It's pretty. If you watch my Red Queen book talk, you see me like gush how pretty Red Queen is. This is just as pretty. And I can't wait to read it, because I really needed to read the second one after I read the first one. Next I have Dorothy Must Die Stories Volume 2. I love fairy tale retellings, and I really like the Dorothy Must Die series. And these are the novellas about the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion before like the Dorothy Must Die series starts. Next I have a book that every time I walked into Dymocks I asked if they had it, and they didn't, so I just bought it in America because I really need to read it, because I love this character. And she also really needs to get her own movie. And that is Black Widow Forever Ed by Margaret Stoll. I really, really wanted it, and I like this book. It's red. Next I have a book that seems like a really cool read, and that is Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso. Next I have a book that I specifically waited until I went to America to get because I wanted the hardcover, even though it's an Australian book, and that is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Just the hardcover is like, what? This is amazing. Like, I don't know why they're not selling the hardcover in Australia. It's an Australian book. They should sell the hardcover. Come on, Australian bookstores. Hardcovers. Next I have a YouTuber book which they actually did have the hardcover in Australian stores. I just didn't buy till I got to America, and that is Binge by Tyler Oakley. I actually read this one in Brisbane Airport and on the plane from Brisbane to Adelaide, and the bookmark is a Starbucks like cover thing. So yeah, this is an American Starbucks cover. So while I was in New York, I actually headed over to New Jersey to get this book because Grace Helbig was having a signing. So now I have Grace in Style by Grace Helbig, and it's signed. So now both of my Grace Helbig books are signed. This book isn't a reading book, it's a book that you write in yourself. We went to Anthropologie and couldn't really afford any of the clothes, so I bought a book, and that book is 642 Things to Write About. So hopefully I'll just start writing. And that is all of the books I bought in America. So thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, and comment below if you are reading any of these books and if you liked them. Avada Kedavra. Seriously? Die. What's the opposite of Wingardium Leviosa?